My mom's a delightful woman, bit of a booze hound. Doctor's word, it's not mine. She got real paranoid when that show Intervention came on the air. Because she had no idea that was something you could do to someone. She made new rules around the house. Like one was we couldn't have more than 3 or 4 family members in the same room at once. She didn't want to walk in. She'd walk in, she'd be like, "Who's that? Is that a clipboard? I'm not getting on a plane." She'd storm out. Come on, it's Thanksgiving. Come on, have a seat. No one brings gravy boats to an intervention. She's a real sweet lady. She asked me one time, for my 9th birthday, she asked me what I wanted. And I said a cat, because I love little kitty cats. Can't get enough. Just want to tickle them and pet them and play with their little whiskers. And she came back to me a few days later. She's like, "Can't get you the cat, Casey. What we can get you is an iguana." I was like, "Yeah, okay, all right. I want like a fun, snuggly friend. But I guess a cold, sharp monster will do."
Yeah, man, out here celebrating my 10th anniversary. Me and my wife married 10 years. Woo. 10 years, but we've been dating since '88. Wasn't in no rush. Wasn't in no rush to get married. Like, I married what I call my OG, high school sweetheart. You know, we used to share lockers together. You know, I ain't have to propose to my wife. I ain't have to get on one knee and surprise no engagement ring. I ain't just that comfortable. We was just at home looking at TV one day, and I just leaned over. I was like, "You know what? We can get married next Saturday if you want to. I mean, if you ain't doing nothing." She gave me a real cool, laid-back answer back. She was taking the polish off her toes and didn't even look up. She was like, "All right." That's my boo. The only issue I have with my wife can't cook. Yeah, my wife can't cook. I don't even let my wife go in the kitchen. I'll take the knobs off the stove so she won't try to turn it on. She that bad. And I could have known my wife couldn't cook. Hell, when we was dating, she made me a bologna sandwich and then didn't take the red rubber band off. I'm like, "I'm supposed to eat this. You gonna give me H1N1 messing around this."
Yeah, I've never been good at confrontation. Even at my first part-time job, I used to work at a video store, and I loved it. I loved it for 2 reasons. One, I was good at it. Customers would come in, and they couldn't remember the name of a movie, but if they remembered a little bit about the movie, I could always guess what it was, and it was the closest I got to being a detective. I loved it so damn much. We had this regular customer named Francis. He came in one time, out of breath, by himself, sweaty, and he looks at me and he goes, "Ryan, Russell Crowe, standing in a field." And I went, "A good year." And he was like, "What? How?" And I looked at him, I went, "Well, Francis, when you think about it, it makes complete sense. You and your wife are here every 2 weeks. She gets a romantic film, you get a Russell Crowe action flick, but you're here by yourself, sweaty, out of breath. It means you were to pick up the movie, but you forgot. So now you're trying to compromise with a romantic film of Russell Crowe in it. The only romantic Russell Crowe film that's come out in the past 2 years that you haven't seen is A Good Year, and you're not a bright man, Francis, because all you remember about the DVD cover is Russell Crowe standing in a field." Yes. And he looked at me and he was like, "Whoa." And I was like, "You're also wearing a t-shirt tucked in with mustard on it and socks and sandals. If you think this movie's gonna save your marriage, you only got a good year left." Anyway, I love that job.
I'm a little stressed, actually. I have to wake up early. I have a 5 a.m. flight in 3 weeks, and I cannot stop thinking about it. I mean, friends want to get drunk tonight. I can't. I gotta wake up early in 3 weeks, and it's like so paralyzing, this early flight. I know it's coming, but I won't be ready. You're never prepared for a 5 a.m. flight. I'll get 11 minutes of sleep. I'll pack drunk. You ever pack drunk? It's the best. Because you land and you see your bag and you're like, "What is in this bag? What is this surprise box that I've sent to myself? Oh my God, I have 9 t-shirts and a snorkel mask. That's great." In Montreal, one time I got so drunk in Phoenix, I packed, flew to LA, opened my suitcase. I had the hotel's TV remote control. The grossest item in a hotel. I packed drunk. Packing for a flight, much different than packing for a drive, right? When you pack for a flight, you really think about it. Do I need 12 belts? You weigh it. But when you're driving, all hands on deck. We're driving. Bring it. We're driving. Honey, should I bring the blender? Yeah, we're driving. I'll bring it. May want to make some fresh tomato soup this weekend. I'll put the treadmill in there too, just in case we're driving. 2005 tax returns, bring them. What if the accountant calls? We're driving.
I come from San Francisco. No, it doesn't mean anything other than I haven't had a real job in a long time. Because they just let you do that there, and it's so great not having a real job in San Francisco because all my friends are very polite, they're very PC, and oftentimes they'll ask me, they'll be like, David, do you even have a job? And I'll respond by saying, yo, what the f is that supposed to mean? And I paid my rent like that for 6 years. San Francisco's cool. They're also sexually very open. It's a very open town sexually. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm not that kind of guy. Like, I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day. He's like a big sex guy. I don't know what the term is. I was talking to this dude, and he was like, bro, it's just my thing. Group sex, I don't know how many times. Sometimes I get super bored, I only dudes. And I was like, that's cool, man. Like, it's 2016. I'm glad you go both ways with your scumbaggery. That being said, I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if I really want to have sex with a guy. And my friend looks me up and down, and he says, huh, you must not like that much then. That's one of the most incredible things anybody's ever said to me. Because at first I got super defensive, and I was like, I don't like that much. I don't like that much. And then I thought about it realistically, and I don't like that much. I don't want to have sex with a man. It sounds labor intensive, and I'm not into that. You think about the things you do sexually to a man, job. I've been working my entire life to not have a real job. You think I'm gonna get one so you can come? Get the out of here.